My group and me will talk about that immigration into Colombia. The first subject is to understand what is it the immigration. Immigration is a type of humanity displacement in which individuals from another country or region enter a given society. It is a common event in the history of humanity. It is one of the most important sources of culture, genetic and economic variation, and diversity of civilization. Reasons more or less skilled, new knowledge, and even beginning in a new genesis.
History. Immigration in Colombia began with the gradual arrival of Spaniards in the colonial age, who later encouraged the arrival of the African population as slave labor. Immigrants entered through the port of Barranquilla, increased the population of the city, and became one of the most cosmopolitan and developed cities in Colombia. Since the 2010s, the country has experienced a rapid increase in the foreign population, mainly as a result of Venezuela migration crisis.
I'm going to talk about the advantages and disadvantages of the immigration in Colombia. The advantages are that improving quality of life, have new personal and professional experience, and we can contact with new cultures and expansion of knowledge. The disadvantages are the cultural and language barriers and shortage of labor supply.
Consequence: the arrival of immigrants to Colombia is based on supposed loss of unemployment of nationals by having more demand since immigrants are generally affected to work for less money. The demand for access to health that immigrants generate which increase spending and impairs the provision of medical services. This is because many immigrants arrive in a condition of malnutrition, especially the chief population, or with other disgrace, many of them epidemic.
Immigration data. To begin with, the data gives an idea to understand why immigration has not been a relevant issue in Colombian politics. According to the last data published in 2019, Colombia has 1,142,319 immigrants, which represent 2.39% of Colombia's population. If we compare it with the rest of the countries, we see that it is the 133rd country in the world by percentage of immigration. Immigration in Colombia comes mainly from Venezuela with 91.81%, the United States with 1.76%, and Ecuador with 1.33%. In recent years, the number of immigration living in Colombia has increased by 1 million people, 702.65%.
Another consequences. Immigration to Colombia results in an increase in illegal activities. This is because some immigrants are unable to get a job and it results in illegal activities to survive. This increases the violence and injustice. Another consequence is the xenophobia and racism suffered by the immigrants. In most cases, they are seen as invaders who don't help with the progress of our country. Another consequence is the increase of informal work as street sellers and on a public transport, which cases an invasion of public space and a decrease in the security of our city.